Welcome to another video by Pharos Technology. Today we're going to show you how, with a utility that I found on the web, to take pictures within Microsoft Access. Now here's the problem I was trying to solve. I had a bookstore and they needed to sell used books, and therefore they needed to take a picture of each book that they listed. So during the data entry process, we wanted to make sure that Ran by a Camera took the picture along with all the other data that was being added to that database. And so in trying to solve that problem, we found a vendor at bookrack.net, and they had a control that you could put into your database to take pictures and control how that picture was presented and easily be able to work with those pictures while in Microsoft Access. You can see some of the features shown down below here, and it's a simple click of the download button here, and it downloads to your PC after you hit a couple dialog boxes, downloads to your PC, you install it, and it's ready for you to use in Microsoft Access as an object that you can add to your form. So I want to show you how we implemented it in an example database that I put together. And so what I want to do then is show you this data entry with a photo here. And here we have a picture of Harper, one of the dogs that we have, and Crumble as a puppy. And she was an adorable little pup, and she's actually quite an adorable adult now. And Freya, which she's still a puppy. She's bigger than Crumble as a full-grown dog, but she is only 8 months old. She's going to be one of those giant German Shepherds, and she is a beauty. So if I want to add a new record, then I just go to a new record, and I'm going to say this is Rick Test. And of course, I'm not a puppy, but we'll go ahead and use it as though it's taking a picture of me as a puppy. You'll notice down here that I have assembled a name, and the little app in that object will refer to this field here, 5.jpg, as the naming convention for the image that I just took. Now I could point it to whatever data point in the database that I wanted to. This one I just decided to take the ID and append it with .jpg as it saves the picture, so it could give it an elegant name. And I'll show you how to set up where to save the picture and all that here in a moment. Now, what I've done then is I've implemented an got focus event so that when I clicked on where it says no image, it then takes the picture. So I'll go ahead and click on it. It'll turn the box yellow to show that it has my input and that it's working on it, and then it'll come back with the picture. Okay, there we go. Now there it's taken the picture. You notice that it's got a little bit different angle because my webcam is not exactly the same position as my camera that's taking the picture of this video. But you can see that there is the picture, and it's ready to go. Now, say I don't like that picture. I'd rather have me smiling instead of not smiling. So let's go ahead and take a new picture, and it is literally as simple as clicking on it again. Okay, and there it is with me with a little bit more smile than I had last time. And so you can take new pictures if the first picture just doesn't work for you. You can click on it again. Now let's look at the design view and show you how this all works. So I'll go ahead and put this in design view. And so if I highlight that object, notice that it's an Access Imagine picture control. And the way I got this embedded here is I click the down arrow here, and it is an ActiveX control. I click on that, and it'll list all your ActiveX controls that you have currently installed. And after you've installed the Access Imagine package, it'll show up at the top because it begins with A. And so when I click OK here, notice it put it right there. Now, I'm not going to show you how to configure this one. I'm just going to show you how we've configured the one that actually works right now. So I'll highlight that again. So equals the control source equals pic name, which gives it the name of the file. And the class is going to be access imagine picture. It automatically does that when it embeds all this. Down here, the storage path, I've gone ahead and given it a location to store the particular pictures that I get. And if I pull that location up, you'll see that here it's number 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1 is the picture of Harper, our little puppy. And here is the picture that I just took. Okay, so you can see that it does actually take the picture on the hard drive. The database refers to this picture to show you the picture when it comes up to that record each time. Now, I also have some coding behind this. So under this event, I have this event procedure, and everything is kicked off with this right here, this picture 0.instant scan. Now, in parentheses is a delay that you can give it so that it initializes your camera and then takes the picture. It needs to initialize, it needs to talk to the camera, handshake with it for a moment before it can take the picture. So you need to set it up so that it has enough time to do that. And so various computers are going to take more or less time depending. We have some relatively old computers in the bookstore, so we've had it always set at 3, but you can set it at a lower number, as low as 0, and it will, depending on your testing and seeing how fast you can let it go, you can set the delay to what it needs to be. Now, what we do here, though, is when we first get the focus, we change the border to yellow. That's the indicator to the user that the input has been received by the program. And then we change it after it takes the picture back to green. And then we change the focus to the pic name field, which is that, the ID field .jpeg, so that when you're ready to go to the next record, you just hit tab and you go to the next record. It also allows you to then take another picture because the focus is already on the picture frame, and so you can take that second picture if you need to. So really, really simple code, and it initializes it. It's simple to download, and we have actually found it very simple to use. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get some good use out of it, and I hope to see you again sometime. Thanks. If you enjoyed the content that you saw today and would like to help me grow the channel, hover your mouse over my picture to the left and click on subscribe. There are also other videos showing on the screen that you might enjoy.